I think some advice that I would give to some early startup founders is to work really hard for what you're striving towards, but not take things too seriously. I tell my team all the time, there's not a ton of opportunities in your life where you'll get a chance to start something from ground zero, specifically starting it on your own and taking it to something that goes from ground zero to even phase one. And I think you need to take that opportunity and run with it.
The most important thing is that people over money over technology. So you need good people. People are really the thing. The good team and great people are really determined. They determine your success. So it's people over money and money over technology, because you can have great technology, but if you run out of cash flow, you have nothing with your technology.
We all keep learning every day. I'm a firm believer of keeping that hunger. I mean, striving to learn more. We all learn from our colleagues, from our co-workers, from our customers, from people we meet on a daily basis. So, I mean, it's difficult to pinpoint something the best thing which I've learned so far in my journey. But one thing though, I mean, we all make mistakes every now and then, and it's very important to learn from it, implement it, and move forward.
Stay humble. There is an asterisk to that. There's a caveat to that, because sometimes humility is not the right tactic. So, sometimes you have to be bold and flashy and have the big neon flashing sign, look at us, look at our product. But generally speaking, stay humble. We all are fortunate to be allowed to do the things that we do and to be in the circumstances that we are, work hard. That's part of it, and have fun.
Business plans are necessary. It's good to have a pitch deck, a business plan, a one-page summary, executive summary, things like that. But the truth is, when you go into the market to sell your product or services, it is the market that will determine exactly what will play out. Business plan serves as a guide, which is cool. But again, you notice that you're going to change so many things. You pivot as you move along this journey.
The most important thing I've learned is to stay optimistic, because the definition of a startup idea is, majority of the people will think that it's a no-go, because otherwise that idea would have been invented already. So startup idea by definition means a lot of people are skeptical about it. So you should keep that in mind, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Stay optimistic. And have a passion in what you're doing, and do what you're passionate about. That's very important.
I can tell you that the most important thing that I learned is what I don't have to do. What I don't have to do, this I have very clue. Another thing that I learned is like to work in a team play or in a team game, all together. And another good thing that I can tell is don't expect nothing from nobodies.
I think that is how to think pan-India, how to think strategically in terms of competition ahead in the future, like how the competition is going to look like, what are the things that other people are doing, what is the product going to be, what is the product going to be in 3 years. That's what I have learned, the most important thing.
Finding investors is not easy. There is a lot of investment capital out there, but actually getting to that investor that believes in you, your business, and aligns with everything that you have to say is not an easy task. I think what's important is to have as many conversations as you possibly can and take any no that you might get and spin that into a positive.
I would give two advices. First of all, get a partner. I don't have a partner, so I'm a single founder. And that has a lot of challenges. So I would say as early as you can, get a partner. Don't do it on your own, because it's a tough road, right? You need a very thick skin. You need a very good long-term vision. Get a partner. That's the first. And the second, start. Don't wait for everything to be perfect, to get the enough finance or to get the best team, or just start and pivot.
Well, for a starter, I think you need to be a visionary. have the drive and then the passion to succeed and make it happen. One thing though, there's no shortcut to success, and you have to go through the grind and pay your dues if you want to make it out there. There are a few more qualities which I believe a sort of startup founder needs to have. One is focus. Absolutely, you have to be you are competing with very large players in your space when you're starting off, and those smaller startups can actually carve out their own niche and be focused on solving a specific problem. They obviously need to offer a very unique value proposition in order to differentiate themselves from the competition and therefore position themselves accordingly.
It's another amazing thing about life and about business and the markets and so on and so forth. Timing is everything, right? So it has to do with the humility and also knowing when to act and to when to execute and so on and so forth. So yeah, we all discover things at different points. So if I were to give you or anyone advice now, maybe it'll be the perfect time, or maybe you'll file away, or maybe you'll have to learn it on your own at some point. So that's just life. That's just life in business.
One simple advice: start small. Start small. Start small. It's very important to start small. Now, this idea of I want to be like Mark Zuckerberg, I want to be like Elon Musk is all good, but start small. Just think of starting local and growing global, okay? If you can get one customer, make it 5, make it 50, make it 3,000, make it 1 million, okay? Start small. It's very, very important.
It's just about having the positive attitude, being optimistic, and doing something that you're passionate about. I think those are the keys.
You don't have equilibrated your brain and your body, or your body and your brain, you always will be disequilibrated, and all the decisions that you are going to make, it will be made in the wrong way or in the wrong choice. A lot of willpower. Every day it's a new day. Every day you have news, good ones, bad ones. You need a lot of energy to solve this as a personal entrepreneur or as a founder or as a normal person. If you don't have willpower in the startup, you don't gonna be long in a long term, because it takes a lot of energy.
I recommend working with the right people until you get results.
I think my advice is, whenever you have some idea, just start with it. Don't wait for it. Build an MVP, do that in iteration.